Here we go then, ready for race 2 in Turkey. 5 lights come on and away they go, with Rio Haryanto, the pole man with the black nose, just shutting the door on Mickey Monras from MW Arden. Battle behind, Alexander Rossi getting eased a little out by Felipe Guimarães as they battled for 5th and 6th positions into the first corner. Good clean start from everybody. Yellow flags being shown on the screen, not quite sure where that would be. Maybe somebody stalled towards the back of the grid as I was watching the front, but it is our poleman Rio Haryanto who gets away cleanly from Mickey Monras. Nico Muller in 3rd for Jensen Motorsport. Car number 7, James Jakes, in the middle of the top 8. Don't forget, James Jakes in 2nd place yesterday, behind runaway winner Esteban Gutierrez, who currently lies in 8th place. Points only go down to 6th position in the 2nd race in GP3. We're on board with Alexander Rossi from the ART team. Trying to make a move up into 5th position. Gain denied by Guimarães. The Adax Racing driver looking pretty defensive. Rossi around the outside here, sweeping uphill. And then down into the braking area, corners 12 and 13. Rossi's got the job done. That was very well done indeed. And Guimarães with company on either side. On the outside was Joseph Newgarden, was that? No, it's not. Surely that's one of the... It is Joseph Newgarden, one of the Carlin cars. So good move around the outside by him. Haryanto, Monras, Nico Muller in 3rd. Daniel Moret back up in 4th position. And everybody else sweeping across the line in a big, long, snarling pack. Oh, drama behind. Now, it's one of the Carlin cars. Is that Newgarden? I have a feeling that may well be. Now, car number 31 is Vittorio Girelli, and the stewards are looking at him, well, under investigation for regaining a position on the grid. He either did or he didn't, so he will get a drive-through penalty confirmation of that. Lap 1 of 15. Mostly successfully completed. Dean Smith right in the middle of that big pack in car number 15 for Carlin Motorsport, and a big off-track moment, coming back on with lots of muck on the tyres. Really won't help him much. And somebody spearing off very wide in the background, looked like one of the Manor cars, as Alexander Rossi picks up a place there at the expense of Daniel Morad. So Rossi again head down and charging, and in fact in his case head literally down in the cockpit. Poleman Rio Haryanto still leading as we look back from Rossi's car. Morad coming around the outside, down the hill into corner 12, not getting through there at all. Looks like a big sequence, 12 and 13, in these small cars compared to the flick-flack that a Grand Prix car makes it appear. Now, our leader today not getting away. Look, Mickey Monras just 0.85 behind him. Nico Muller in 3rd, right with them as well. Then Alexander Rossi in 4th position, leading the next little gaggle. James Jakes in his Manor car, leading the next queue as they all slipstream each other down the straight. And this is the shortest straight here. That's me. ATEC and Jensen cars getting close together. And now, small cars that are not entirely dependent on their aerodynamics on a big Grand Prix circuit equals very frantic racing for all concerned. Lots of slipstreaming. Now then, who's that in the barriers? Is that Van der Zande? Yes, it is. Gregor Van der Zande having a dreadful weekend here, and that's Michaela Leishin. Spun out independently, yes he has. Really not getting to grips with these little cars. Clearly adapting to the relative lack of grip is the problem for him. After years in GP2, World Series by Renault and Formula 2. Yellow flags at the back. Ah, I see what the problem was. It was, well, I don't know who that was, actually. One of the status cars. Was that Lukas Savic? Didn't get away from the grid. Everybody else bundling through the first corner. Cars everywhere. TV director with a pretty tough job here. It was Joseph Newgarden we saw off on the first lap. So much action to see. On board with Michaela Leishin. This is a downhill switchback, turn 5-6 sequence. Whoop, 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 whoa. Just doesn't have the rear grip he's hoping for there. Luckily spun to the inside, everybody avoided him then. One of the status cars coming down pit road, meanwhile, getting 3 wide here. Graphics really struggling to catch up. Unfortunately, these are all coming from the TV truck, or rather, they're not. And again, camera shots really not helping, I'm afraid, anybody with identification. Who on earth this is remains to be seen. That's Pedro Nunes just losing a place. And trying to get it back again as well from Jim Platt, the predominantly red car of the pair. Occasionally they're both predominantly red, you know what I mean. Patrick Reiterer restarting the engine, pouring unburnt fuel through the exhaust. 27 there, Stefano Coletti ahead of Tobias Hegewald. And, turn 8. Whew. 7:20. He'll get good style points there from the Russian judge. Leader comes across the line. Rio Haryanto now starting to ease away a little from Mickey Monras. And Nico Müller being joined by Alexander Rossi. Looks like Rossi might be able to put himself up on the podium. Rossi in 4th place, and he's a little over a second and a half away from the leader. And Alexander Rossi seems to be the man who's got the speed at the moment. Teammate Esteban Gutierrez sets the fastest lap.
The MX gang live to get stuck in. Heavy duty, the harder the better. And when the going gets tough, the tough get dirty. Motocross World Championship, Mondays and Tuesdays, only on Eurosport 2.
Welcome back to Istanbul. Early stage still of this 4th race in the GP3 series. Rio Haryanto just pulling away about a second and a bit from Mickey Monras, Nico Müller and Alexander Rossi. Daniel Morad in 5th place as battles rage all the way down the order, focusing there on Nigel Melker, yesterday's pole man with a yellow helmet in car number 10. Trying to get around the inside of Pablo Sanchez Lopez, the Mexican. And Melker ending up yesterday in 23rd place.